Good morning. It is August 26, 2021, 4:59 a.m. Continuing with our gold analysis for today. So after yesterday's analysis, we see that price did break down and did go down below 1789 level. Went as low as the one moment here. Went as low as the 1784. Really dropped all the way down, pushed down all the way down to 1782, but the main level of support that really it respected was the 1780, around 1786 roughly, pushing down to 1784 in that range here. So this was the major level of support that it did start to respect. Now price did push back up. This was yesterday later in the New York session. Then we see nice. This was actually a very nice move here, which happened in Asian session around 10 o'clock last night Eastern time. We see price did push back up, came back and retested this zone, which was previously a level of resistance, now turned support, pushed back up, rejected this nice engulfing here. This is on the H1. It would have been a very nice entry, dropping down to then retest this low. Just absolutely perfect looking entry there. I didn't enter there. I like to try to enter in a London session these days. In my experience, Asian session can kind of be hit or miss. It could go in the direction that, obviously like any trade, it can go in the direction you're anticipating, or it could not. But it seems like Asian session can be a little bit more unpredictable and can kind of drift in one direction, and then once London session starts, the market just moves in the other direction at times. So I wasn't even really looking at trades or anything that at that hour, but a trade that I did just get into, as you can see here, I have marked off my chart. I was trying to anticipate here a double bottom, which it does look like a double bottom is still forming here. I actually got in here on the M15 a little bit down below here, right around this area is where this is actually the exact point where I got in, but saw some exhaustion here on the M5, got in right there, and it did push up, nice little engulfing on the M15, did push up, but it got rejected by this minor area of resistance here on the M15. What I was looking for it to do, or what I am looking for it to do, is respect this level here of the 1784. I see that it is looks like forming a double bottom, so I'm anticipating that it'll push back up until about this level here, 1791 area roughly. Once it gets back up to that level, as always, it would either respect it, drop back down again, or push through it and push back up into the zone and onto this next level here of resistance that we have around the 1796, getting back to that 1800 psychological level. So the other obviously option, as always, it could either go up or down, right? But the other option is, if it breaks below this, a clean break here that we're seeing this level, the 1784 area roughly, if it breaks down below this, as you see where I have my stop, if it breaks down below this, I think it's going to keep pushing down to at least about say 1778, roughly that area, 1778, 1776, and if it breaks down below that, the next level we have is minor level, not relatively a minor level, nothing too crazy, but around 1773. Then beyond that, there's really not much to hold it up until about 1760, 1758 roughly, but that's a little bit longer term. Then also zooming out a bit on a larger time frame, so we see here on the daily, it is still respecting this is actually a counter trend line. So this was a downtrend that price has been in since August of last year. Actually, price has been trending downward, but now we've found ourselves in a counter trend. at least since the beginning of this year, about since March of this year, we've been in a bit of a counter trend. So I have this counter trend line drawn out in the H4, which it does appear to be respecting. You see last week during that flash crash, it broke below it, but then came right above it. Now it's kind of just floating along it. So the other thing I'm looking for personally is for it to, really break below this. So if it does really break below, which is this black line continuing here, if it really breaks below this again, if it breaks below that level, continues down to this level, as I said, 1780, 1782, and if it breaks below that level, 17, as I said, 1776, 1760 roughly, and then dropping down even further down to 1750 and so forth. But we're going to keep an eye, see what is going on actually with price. Right now, price does seem to still be respecting this level. We're going to see what happens. Obviously, in the position that I'm in right now, I would like to see it push back up and retest this previous structure here, but we'll see. If it doesn't do that, I anticipate then it'll push down through here, and really just continue down. I mean, if it pushes through and breaks through here, I anticipate it'll keep dropping down to at least about the 1776 area roughly. So that's my analysis for today. Short term, I do think it will be a short term bullish move, but in the greater overall picture, I do think it is still still very much bearish, even though we're respecting that counter trend on the larger time frames. We see that there is a lot of there is a lot of bearish movement. Now we're more in a consolidation, but especially since yesterday or 2 days ago, since the 24th, we've been in a bit of a bearish trend this week. So been consolidating, and then now it's kind of in this bearish trend this week. We zoom in on the H1. We can see that since a couple of days ago, it's really just been a bearish market. So, really to go all out on buys, I'd really want to see it break above this, break above this level, push up, something like that. Break up, push up, come back, keep going, to really go heavy on buys, even though I'm in a buy right now. But speaking from a longer term perspective. But right now where it is still, the bears appear to be in control. Trying to see if we can anticipate this little push back up, potentially before another drop down, or continue to push back up. But we will see what happens. So with that, I hope that helps your analysis today, trading gold. And definitely, if you have any questions or comments, anything you want to share, leave it in the comments below. So with that, have a fantastic trading day, and go out and crush it. Talk to you guys soon.